Hi everyone, welcome to our channel trafinhealducate. In today's video, I will give you a comprehensive plan how you can prepare for AWS ML Engineering Associate exam. As you can see on my screen, I'm sharing my score report. So I appeared for this exam in January of this year, and my score was 839, whereas the passing score was 720. And I will be sharing exactly the approach that I took while preparing for this exam so that it also helps you in clearing this particular certification as well. So on my screen, you can see I have opened the AWS Certified ML Engineering Associate Exam Guide. So why this guide is very important is because this is published by AWS, the team which actually prepares the exam questions. So if you clearly go through the exam guide, then you will be able to understand what is in scope of the exam and what is out of scope of the exam, right? So when I say in scope and out of scope, which services of AWS are basically in scope. So if I scroll to the end of this particular document, then you can see there is a in scope AWS services and features section, and there is an out of scope AWS services and features, right? So this particular section will basically help you if you are preparing for the exam. So and if you scroll from the top, then you can see that they will be testing this particular abilities of the candidate in this particular sections, right? So you should be clear on ingest, transform, validate and prepare modeling, selecting the general modeling approaches, how to train the model, how to tune the hyperparameters, and how to choose the infrastructure and endpoints, like how you should be training your model, what services of AWS basically will help you in doing this, how you will monitor your model's data and infrastructure, how to secure your ML systems, right? So this is on high level. They are telling you that these are the capabilities that they will be testing in a particular candidate when candidate appears for the exam, right? And then if you scroll a little bit below, then there are different domains in which you will be asked questions, right? So there are four different domains, right? So the first domain is data preparation, machine learning, 28%, ML model development, deployment and orchestration of ML workflows, and ML solution monitoring, maintenance, security, right? And then there is a detailed services of AWS which you will be asked in each of the domain is listed down here. So the whole purpose of taking you through the exam guide is you should have a clear idea which services of AWS you might receive questions, and definitely you will need to have some knowledge of integrating those services and producing an output. And mostly on a high level, if I tell you, then AWS exam mostly tests a candidate for understanding, like if you are given a scenario, then which particular service of AWS you will be using, right? So suppose for example, if they will give a scenario, right? If you have deployed a machine learning application on production, then how will you, which features of AWS will you use to understand if the model has drifted or the data has drifted, right? So basically you will be using the monitoring capabilities of SageMaker. And if you are, then you might be asked questions like if you have to clean up data, then which of the services, then some SageMaker data wrangler. If you are preparing a model for training purpose, then you will be performing hyperparameters tuning, you will be creating the features which you will be using for training, right? So mostly the questions will be around, they will be giving a particular scenario and you will be asked which particular AWS service basically you need to use in that scenario, right? So in the next section I will tell you which is the best source that will help you prepare for this kind of exam. So in this section I will be sharing from where I exactly prepared for the exam and how that particular preparation helped me gain practical knowledge, as well as complete the certification or pass the certification, right? So if you are new to this particular area of like how to prepare for the exam, then there is something called as AWS skill builder, right? So AWS skill builder is basically the learning platform of AWS, where you will mostly get all the AWS services very nicely explained by the AWS instructors. So what is the main advantage of learning a particular thing from someone working at Amazon is that they can give you so much of in-depth knowledge about a particular service that you cannot gain outside, right? And also you can simply search in Google AWS skill builder, and that will land you in the skill builder page, and you need to create an account. So you can use the same AWS account, AWS Gmail ID, or any of your ID that you are using to create the AWS account, right? Amazon account, then you can use it and you will be having access, right? So as you can see that currently, as of today, when I'm shooting the video, there are many certification programs or preparation resources are given by free also by AWS skill builder. But in general, there is a $29 monthly charge for preparing this certification, right? And which I feel is very worth, because if you are preparing for a certification, you should not only be targeting for completing the certification only. You should be aiming to learn the practical knowledge, and you should be doing enough hands-on also, and you should be able to apply those to your day-to-day projects also. So that should be your aim when you are starting to prepare for the exam. So what I particularly did is I bought the AWS. So this $29 monthly subscription, you can cancel anytime, right? So that's the very good thing about it. So what I did is I bought the $29 subscription for 1 month, and I just wanted to see like how fast I am able to progress, right? So you should have a plan for appearing for the exam in a month or two, right? Because you cannot prepare it forever. So so when you go to skill builder, and without taking the subscription itself, you can search. There is something called as a learning plan, right? So what I did is I just searched for a learning plan of AWS ML engineer associate, and you can see the best benefit of this course is it includes the labs also. So what it means by labs is that with in between the course, as you continue reading the course, there will be lab sessions also, where you Amazon itself is giving you a virtual environment where you can do the hands-on, and they will be giving exactly the lab guides also that you can follow and do the hands-on. So when you do the hands-on, you are interacting with the AWS services in real time, and you are learning it hands-on also, right? So if you take any course from any other place, then if you don't have the hands-on knowledge, then that particular thing is totally not useful or not going to help you, right? So as you can see, this is a 25-hour learning plan. So if you ask me, if you take a 1 month plan and you prepare 1 hour daily, you dedicate 1 hour daily, and you complete or you meet that particular target, then the 25 hours you can complete in like 24 days also, and maybe you can spend some additional time over your weekends also. So you can complete in even 20 days, and by the end of 20 days you will be having in-depth knowledge of everything, all the services, all the exam related things, plus you have already done the hands-on also, right? And when you are done with the hands-on programs, you still have some 7 8 days, or uh, like the subscription is valid for 1 month, right? 30 days. So you still have some 6 7 days depending on how fast you are completing the exam, right? So those time you can use to even do other hands-on programs also, because that $29 is not only for preparing for this exam, right? Outside this also, you have a lot of labs that you can practice. So you can, suppose you want to practice bedrock, right? So you simply search bedrock, and there will be the result will be in the result. You can still see, let's search if there are any, see AWS builder labs, right? So you can even do the other things also, because the $29 is, you can attend, you can complete the learning plan, plus the labs that is required for completing the certification, plus all the other courses also of the skill builder, which is available on skill builder, and you can do those hands on also, right? So this 30 days you can completely leverage, and you can prepare for the exam, and you can pass the exam, as well as you can um, add additional skill to your resume, and which will help you in getting a better offer, or which can help you get more projects in your bucket where you can apply those skill and you can grow also, right? So that is the whole purpose. So I prepared from this 25 hours learning plan, and this really helped me both practically as well as fundamentally clearing all the concepts as well as completing my certification. So I hope this particular plan helps you as well and you pass the exam as well. Thank you for watching today's video. If you like our content, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching.